Tip lines, allegations, and the anatomy of a scandal. In high-profile cases involving power, money, and abuse, the truth does not arrive in a straight line. It comes in fragments, in phone calls, in emails, in anonymous tips. The flood after Jeffrey Epstein's arrest and death, federal tip lines were flooded. Hundreds of reports came in. Some were first-hand accounts. Some were second-hand stories. Some contained graphic allegations. Some were deemed not credible. Investigators documented each one. But documentation is not confirmation. Allegations versus evidence. The records show claims involving prominent political figures, claims involving celebrities, claims involving trafficking networks, claims involving missing persons, claims involving secret recordings. Many entries contain phrases like no contact made, voicemail left, no response, deemed not credible, no corroborating evidence, second-hand reporting. In investigations, an allegation is not the same as proof. Tip lines collect information. Investigators must verify it, and verification requires witness cooperation, physical evidence, records, forensic confirmation. Without those, cases often stall. Why so many names appear in large trafficking investigations, especially those involving a social network like Epstein's? Many powerful names surface, not because they are charged, but because they attended events. They were mentioned by others. They appeared in flight logs. They were named in tips. When the public sees names listed in investigative memos, it can feel like exposure. But in law enforcement terms, it may only mean referenced. Credibility challenges. Some reports in the file reflect trauma narratives decades old, claims without witnesses, inconclusive DNA, inconsistent timelines, mental health complications noted in prior tips. This does not mean every report is false. It means investigations require thresholds of evidence. Without corroboration, allegations remain allegations. The difference between scandal and proof. There are facts. Epstein trafficked minors. Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted. Wealthy and powerful individuals had contact with Epstein. There are also unproven claims. Secret murder burial grounds. Ritualistic auctions of children. Coordinated cartel-level operations without corroboration. In the files, many of these appear as tips, not findings. That distinction matters. But investigations don't move at internet speed. They move at evidentiary speed, and that is often slower and quieter. In cases involving power, trauma, and secrecy, truth is hard to extract. Allegations deserve to be heard. Evidence must be required. Between those two realities is where trust is either rebuilt or permanently broken. Important note on interpretation. Being named in the Epstein files does not mean a person is accused of a crime, charged with wrongdoing, identified as a client, or participant in illegal activity. Many names show up because of flight logs, people who happen to fly with Epstein's plane, photos in contact books or files, emails, calendar entries, or social permissions, third-party references or loose associations. So names may simply reflect acquaintance, attendance, or passing contact, not criminal involvement. Legal figures and associates. These people are directly connected to the legal aspects of Epstein's case. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's close associate and convicted co-conspirator. Richard Kahn, accountant and executor of Epstein's estate, subpoenaed by Congress as part of oversight. Jean-Luc Brunel, French modeling agent linked to the case, accused of abuse and died awaiting trial. Politicians, public officials, and royalty. These individuals are mentioned in various contexts, such as photos, emails, flight logs, or communications, but not legal allegations. Bill Clinton, former U.S. president. Donald Trump, former U.S. president. Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, former British royal whose name appears in files, previously faced legal claims tied to Epstein-Giuffre. Bill Richardson, former U.S. cabinet member and governor. Ehud Barak, former prime minister and defense minister of Israel. Al Gore, former U.S. vice president. Larry Summers, former U.S. Treasury secretary and academic leader. Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., public figure and political candidate. Business and tech leaders. These names show up mainly in emails, calendar entries, or meeting schedules, photos, or social planning contacts. None are evidence of crimes. Bill Gates, Microsoft co-founder. Elon Musk, CEO, Tesla, SpaceX. Peter Thiel, venture capitalist. Sergey Brin, Google co-founder. Salar Kamangar, YouTube leader. Richard Branson, Virgin Group founder. #entertainment and cultural figures. Many of these names appear in photos or contact lists, not necessarily because of criminal activity. Michael Jackson, iconic musician. Mick Jagger, music legend. Naomi Campbell, supermodel. Chris Tucker, actor. David Copperfield, magician. Courtney Love, musician and actress. Kevin Spacey, actor. Woody Allen, filmmaker. Other entertainment names have been mentioned historically in court documents unsealed prior to 2024 releases, e.g. Stephen Hawking, Leonardo DiCaprio, etc. But these are from older unsealing cases, not necessarily the new 2026 DOJ document dump. What the Epstein files do not contain. Despite rumor and speculation circulating online, there is no official Epstein client list in the DOJ files. That concept is a misconception. It does not exist. The presence of a name does not mean a person was part of or witnessed illegal activity. Appearance in flight logs, photos, or contact books often reflects social or business interaction only. Summary, category, how names appear. Does not prove. Politicians and public figures, emails, photos, logs, criminal guilt, business leaders, meeting schedules, emails, illegal involvement, entertainment figures, contact lists, photos, participation in crimes, royalty, emails, logs, direct wrongdoing.